What's going on, everybody? Applerski back after a short delay. I was a little bit under the weather and lost the footage for this boss fight, so I had to actually go back and redo it. But anyway, I'm here as promised, helping you guys get that Foxhound title so you can get the Platinum Trophy. So first off, I've been seeing across the internet that most people have been struggling the most with the Pain boss fight on Extreme. I struggled with it pretty mightily, but I would say for me it was the Fury actually that got me the most. But either way, I figured I'd kind of do my best here to break down how I was able to get past him. I used kind of an unorthodox tactic that it worked, but it does kind of add to your overall playtime. So, for the Foxhound title, you have to beat the game in under 5 hours. Well, this boss fight took me around 20 minutes with the tactic that I use. But before we get into that, make sure you grab the shotgun before going into the boss battle, because it's definitely, I don't know if you'd be able to beat him without it, at least, non-lethally to get the Foxhound rank. So, if you weren't aware where the shotgun's located, even on New Game Plus, you have to re-find it. So it's in here in this cave. And I'll show a little screenshot here on the map. It's right there in that little cave, so when you get into that section, hit a right real quick, and the shotgun's right there. As far as camo, I use the Battle Dress because I have the Deluxe Edition, and the reason I did was because the less damage, but the main factor here is you want to use the brown camo, the face paint. That way, it doesn't deplete your O2 gauge when you're underwater, because I'm going to show you a trick that helped me immensely. If you don't have the deluxe version, you could use I think it's called the DPM, that it increases your life faster than normal, because you can't use any health life medicine, because that'll void the rank. So if you don't have the deluxe version, just go with that DPM camo. That way you can utilize the tactic that I got here. So basically, to start out, obviously, I'm like a horrible shot this time around. And I really wasn't that quick when I first beat him either. Headshots were like really, really hard to get. That's what was killing me on the boss fight, to be honest. And he can really tear you up too. So basically, there's 2 islands. And if you just kind of swim back and forth between those islands, see, like right there, I got a headshot. I think I get another one here, maybe. Yeah, so I mean, this doesn't really hurt you. It just kind of like stops the fight. But basically, what you're going to want to avoid mainly is his grenades. The AK, when he pulls out the AK, well, he calls it a Tommy gun. But that's another thing. You're going to want to put on subtitles. That way that you can hear, because he'll call out the attacks he's going to do before he does them. So the shotgun is the only weapon that I found, other than the smoke bombs, that will take the bees off of him. And once you get the bees off of him, you basically get a split second to pull out your Mark 22 and do some damage to him. Now, another thing that I would suggest having equipped is the Patriots, considering this would be on New Game Plus, because as you see, I hit him there. We don't want to kill him, right? But I can't confirm this, but I do think that if you use regular weapons on his flak jacket, it kind of like damages it to where you can increase your tranquilizer power hitting him in the body. That way you don't have to focus 100% on headshots. So also the Patriot's really good for when he sends out the grenade, the grenade cluster bee things. You can shoot those out of the air real quick with it. So, and you can use it in the water. So it's a really good weapon to use to kind of get rid of some of his attack patterns. See, like right there. And also sometimes if you shoot those quick enough, the grenade will take the bees away from him for a moment too. So here's the tactic here. So if you go underwater, and if you've found yourself taking too much damage, if you swim all the way to the bottom, you'll see that your camo index is 95%. Meaning he can't track you as long as you're all the way underwater. And also there's a grenade spot, that grenade area, that those will keep respawning if you run out. Same thing with the Mark 22 and the shotgun ammo that's on one of the islands. When you start to run out of ammo for those weapons, they will replenish as the fight goes along. So as you can see right here, my health is increasing twice as fast, and I'm not drowning because of the brown face camo that I'm using. So I found this tactic to be extremely helpful, but I would suggest only using it once throughout the fight, because it's gonna ultimately increase your time. The last thing you want to do is spend an hour on this boss fight, because I finished the game. I spent about, I think, 23 minutes it took me to beat him, and I finished with at 4 hours and 17 minutes, and I even watched a couple of the shorter cutscenes. So you should be fine. As long as you don't, take an hour to beat him, you should be okay. Because there's no other fight like this to where you'd have to like utilize a time eating up strategy, right? So again, it's just rinse and repeat. Once he gets up there, as soon as the B's clear, you're gonna want to try to switch to the Mark 22. Try to get headshots, but as you notice, you'll probably notice it a little bit further into the fight. But yeah, when he pulls the Tommy gun out there, just jump down to whatever island you're on and hide behind the rock until he's done firing, and he won't even touch you with it. Also, a good tactic is to have the weapon you want to have equipped, like already equipped before you climb up. That way you can utilize it faster. Also, tactical reloads is a good thing to do, especially with the shotgun, because it takes forever to reload. But it takes about 4 or 5 shots to dissipate the bees, the hornets off of him. That way you can get in your tranquilizer. Now, when he's in this state right here, pull out the Patriot and shoot that one, and then just shoot the grenades so that they don't tear you up. And if they get close to you, like they drop too close to you, just dive into the water. Basically, you're going to want to try to avoid his grenades and the AK the most in the first stage. And then once you get him down, it'll go into the second phase. And the second phase is the same thing. Remember to skip the cutscene to save time. The second phase is the same thing, except he's armored way more and he has the bullet bees. So as soon as he starts the second phase, once you can take control, dive into the water and go down into the bottom, because those bullet bees they can kill you like really, really fast. And if you happen to get one, you just got to go into the cure menu and take it out immediately with the knife. That way, you don't constantly drain health. Again, now when you can see him come out, you come out and he's in this state, utilize that thing. Now, I tore him up pretty bad with the Patriot right there, but that's also another tactic too, because he can fall down and then you can get some quick shots off. See, I wasn't quick enough there, but his legs are also vulnerable. So don't think that 100% you have to hit headshots. Of course, if you're able to nab the headshots, it's going to do the most damage, which equals the quickest way to beat him. But don't overly focus on, oh man, I have to hit him in the face. That's what I was doing, and that's what was making me struggle. Once I realized that I could damage him by shooting him in the body and the legs, I figured, well, if this is going to be the one boss fight I take the most time on, then I'm going to go ahead and do it. That way I can, at least just get through it. So, trust me, this tactic worked for me. I was able to get Foxhound title and the Platinum Trophy at the end for not killing anybody. So, at this point, if you followed my actual guide, my collectibles guide, you should have all the camos. You shouldn't be missing anything that I have in this guide, except for the deluxe, like the battle dress, because that comes with the deluxe edition. So, and if he hits you with this move, see, like I wasn't able to right there, but if he does that teleport to the island you're on, you're just going to want to immediately like jump into the water and try to evade him. And again, it's really just all about patience and not trying to focus too much on headshots, because like I said, they're really hard to hit with that bullet drop with the Mark 22. See, I started giving up on headshots and I was just going for body and leg shots. I believe I end up taking him out with a leg shot. So just make sure you're paying attention to what attacks he calls out. Now, when he throws the green like stuff at you, where the bees will swarm you, don't panic, because that doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. The red bees are what'll kill you, the bullet bees. So, but that's kind of like a tracking device where he can like send grenades out towards you. Another thing is too with the grenades, like if he just throws a grenade like without the bee cluster, it's gonna go pretty much right to where you are. So if that happens, just try to swim all the way down to the bottom of the water, swim like away from the area as quick as possible. That way, you don't get hit with the explosion. But see, the shotgun there, I think it took, what was that, 4 shots, 5 shots? See, I got a headshot there, but see, I'm just going for hitting him, really. Like, again, I can't stress this enough. It's not all about headshots. Now, be careful too, because I got close to actually killing him completely with the Patriot. So, see, like right there, I think I shot the grenade quick enough to where see, they dissipated the bees, and I think I was able to get a couple shots in after. Let's see. Because I do get a headshot towards the end. Yeah. Boom. Boom. 2 headshots. Okay, so that took a good chunk. And then I figured from here on out, I'm just going to like not get injured, utilizing the water healing trick with that camo. And then wait till I can have an opening, and I just go for his legs. And then he pulled out the AK on me. Just wait for him to stop shooting. I came up, he made the little clone thing again. Then as soon as if you shoot him when he's cloned himself, he's going to be open. So that's going to give you another opportunity to go after him. But if you shoot the one that is the clone, it'll be like a cluster, like a group of 3 cluster grenades. See, he said, like right there, he said grenade, right? So he threw a grenade in the water. So you just swim out of the danger. And you can hear when it explodes too. And like I said, he'll lose track of you. You can kind of get the jump on him sometimes too. Which I think I might do that right now. Yeah, see, he doesn't know where I am. So it gave me a little bit extra time to get some shotgun shots off on him to finish him off. Once the bees are clear, pull out the Mark 22, aim for the legs or the crotch, and he's done. So that'll be all for this one. Hope it helps you guys. I'm going to be doing boss guides for the rest of them. They should be out in the next day or so for all of them. And just to show you here too where I ended up, after beating him, I was at 1 hour and 17 minutes of playtime on Extreme. That'll be all for this one. Thanks for watching. Applerski out.